Hello, this is Maciej Kociałkowski. We are in front of the Mid-County Library in Port Charlotte, Florida. It's Thursday, April 4th, I believe, 2019. I just stopped by yesterday and inquired if I could set up, table or awareness booth, on this subject, brought the flyer and informational material to them. And they actually said yes. So appears like our libraries are one of the last bastion of the liberty and freedom of speech, or the little we have left of it anyway. So, but the point is that I just wanted to encourage everybody to utilize that resource. Not as a resource only, but if there is a possibility to actually set up the awareness booth, then why not use it? There are no really costs or any demands associated with it. Rather than there's no solicitations. And you have to allow the people actually come to you, and you have to be out of the main entryway, which I am. So I thought that was pretty nice of them. So anyway, our purpose of my purpose of being here today is to raise awareness on the climate engineering issue, and also set an example for other activists and advocates and citizenry to do the similar project if they feel like inclined. We're rapidly running out of time to take any actions, and we can see, desperations. Like, for instance, there's this movement out of Sweden and Greater Europe as well, called Extinction Rebellion, I think. And I never advocate really like violence and such a drastic actions, But the reason those people putting themselves in a harm's way and getting arrested and such is because vast majority of the populations really does absolutely nothing and haven't done nothing for decades, myself included. I'm trying to do something and rally people to some extent now because I see the end of the road coming. But anyway, so let's get to those points. Again, I encourage you to do projects like that. Rather than that, if you don't like to be in the public eye, there's a lot of good you can do from your own home, from your personal computer. Send the letters, informative letters, to all sorts of public officials, to all sorts of institutions, scientists, academicians, meteorologists, spiritual leaders. You really, medical communities, medical doctors. Really, the list is endless. This is an issue that affects us all. I mean, there is a lot of, for instance, there's a lot of homeless people around in this area. I know a few of them. But we soon very well might all be homeless if, regardless of our material status and regardless of what kind of mansion some of us have now. Once the planet loses ability to support life, then that's it. That's game over. So if you address anybody public or if you send letters, send those letters, CC those letters to as many local community members who are aware as possible. So the people who get informed, they know that this information goes to many other people, especially if you tackle people who we know that they know and not speaking out, and they're in position that they should be speaking out. So, but always be polite and respectful, but craft the message in decisive manner. Hold them to account, so to speak, okay? Never invoke any violence, whether in a letter or in the public. That's not a good route. That's, as a matter of fact, what those who fight us would want us to do. So, and why would you want to? Violence never works, never accomplishes anything, really. Well, that's basically it. It was just a short video I wanted to make. I just want to end with that basically there's no legitimate discussion about the climate change, global warming and such. Now climate collapse more and more often. It's coming to the surface. We can see more and more headlines about it. But there's no legitimate discussion about any of those topics without first and foremost addressing climate engineering, which is the biggest piece of a puzzle here that is not acknowledged and not addressed, at least not by the mainstream sources, not yet anyway. So anytime there is a discussion, if you are part of it, then always bring it up. Bring it up that the climate engineering, the ongoing climate engineering, not the proposal, but the ongoing climate engineering must be a part of this discussion. And then also that has to include the chemical ice nucleation processes for weather modification being a part of that, since they are and play the major role, especially over all those winter events over the winter season in the United States and other regions of the world. As far as the source, you could share credible data from the credible source. We promote website geoengineeringwatch.org. It's absolutely great resource. It's got thousands of articles. It's got a PowerPoint presentations. It's got the videos. Whichever way you like to learn, it's over there. So I absolutely encourage you to visit the website and explore. There are other sources, but if you use them, make sure that they're credible. This requires certain amount of knowledge. So perhaps the best way to start is to gain enough knowledge on your own that you could basically tell what's real, what's not, and also when you talk to people, that's also important. So you can spot some hype in the media or some untruthful reporting. You can spot it from a mile if you know a little bit about the issue. Also, geoengineeringwatch.org, I want to mention, they have a great 55-minute commercial-free news hour every Saturday, and it's available on the website, but it's also broadcasted by the various radio stations, and more radio stations are picking the show up across the country. And as they provide the PDF file of the show for free. They, and as well as our sole goal is to promote awareness about the issue. So again, that was my short video, and I'm gonna just maybe hop behind the camera since I'm by myself here and just show you the stand. It's just basically a table with some basic awareness materials, and we of course give them away. Nothing is sold here. Flyers. We have flyers in 3 languages: English, Spanish, and Polish. And there are some banners. It's a basic booth, and that's sufficient. That's what we need. That's what we need. And also, since this video, I'm Polish myself, and this video is gonna be I'm gonna do subtitles in Polish language. So we have resources on our website on the geoengineeringwatch.org available in 3 languages. English, obviously, the whole website is in English, but then there's large Spanish section. There's smaller but still growing Polish section, and there are PDF of both flyer and this mini card in Polish available, ready for at no cost to basically send to the print shop and print it out. That's what I did in Poland, and I stage events like street passing those flyers when I'm there, but I'm only there for once a year for like a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so. So my possibilities of doing this are limited. But if you are any foreign national, another language, you can do the same. I mean, it's not that hard to translate those flyers and provide this PDF PDF file available for everybody over there to do that. So that's also one thing that different nationals can do. I would encourage you to do that. Again, from Port Charlotte, Florida, that was Maciej Kociakowski. Thank you for watching.